What's poppin', people? It's Xzavier Antonio. You're in for another In Conversation podcast session. And today in conversation is Xzavier McAlister Jr. What's poppin', Jeff?
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm all right. I can't complain.
Yeah, well, you could, because some idiot, you know what I'm saying, the side swiped your vehicle a little bit.
Yeah. The third cousin, fourth remove.
Yeah, well, it's just a little scrape. I think you'd be all right. You'd be all right.
Taking donations.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? To my cash app. We'll forward them to. Anyway, man, so it's always a pleasure to have you on the show. The last time you were here, we were talking a lot about you. Different things that you got going on, and one of those things that we mentioned was the Milwaukee Fashion Week, the fact that you're a part of the board, you're part of the production, and your line or your service is going to be on display on that finale night.
Right.
You're not a designer, but you're a stylist, and and you're the person that a lot of people come to when they're trying to figure out how do I uniquely express myself through fashion, man. So y'all just had something that could be considered a great moment in Milwaukee Fashion Week history, which took place yesterday, which was a casting call. Man, what was some exciting things about, or some things that you were happy about with that particular casting call?
Well, definitely the fact that we had almost 200 models come out for the casting call.
Yeah, that's
and
big.
You know that says a lot for a fashion week that's been dormant for 3 years.
Yeah,
to be able to have that huge. I mean, there were models actually there before 9 o'clock, so we had a nice number of models waiting to be registered to get started.
Yeah, that says a lot about the event. It says a lot about the not only the excitement among those who would love to be involved, you know what I'm saying, with the event, but it also says a lot just about how much awareness is most likely out there. You know what I'm saying? Right now, 200 models show up. I can't hypothesize, you know what I'm saying, about the potential numbers, but it has to be some big numbers as far as who's paying attention. And even we there was a video of you, or a video about you promoting you and the fact that Fashion Week is coming back. And there were a lot of people in the comments and sharing that content, and who were asking or even inboxing you like, man, how can I get involved? I wanna be on the show, or whatever. So that speaks volumes as to potentially how successful this event is going to be, and that's good for the city, right? And that's good,
and even the aid of this platform, because like you said, you did it, you put that out there, and through this network, other people heard about it, reached out about it. So have to give you your props, because that was
Well, thank you, man. I'm just a wise guy. I can't take the credit. You know what I'm saying? Just because I knew what I was doing when I started this partnership with you. You know what I'm saying? I knew if I could just attach my name, you know what I'm saying, to Xzavier McAlister, we could definitely get some things popping in the city. And the reality of it is, with you and everybody that's a part of the In Partnership program at Cordial House, I care. You know what I'm saying? I care about the individuals, and thereby that also means that I care about what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely looking forward to how amazing this event is going to be and all of that. And so again, what dates are we looking at for the event?
September 14th, 15th, and 16th. Okay. So that's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then there's another event called Fashion Fest that will be on that Sunday at Bayshore.
Oh, absolutely. That's Francisca, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And she's on the board as well, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, Francisca is the president.
Okay.
So she's the president and a part of the executive board.
Oh, that's what's up.
So it's kind of like fashion.
A dual role right there. Yeah. I think you got that same role at Cordial House.
Yeah, I think so. That sounded familiar.
Yeah, absolutely. So, so that's what's up on the 4th. Now, we know on the 16th, it's going to be, you're on the finale night.
Right.
You're presenting some models, and they're going to show off your skill set of what you can do for potential customers and clients.
Right.
Andre Purdy is a part of that finale night as well.
Yes.
And we know that his items are going to be bold. And I should have asked him, are we going to see a little skin from Andre probably from his line?
You never know. You never know. It's we just sit on the edge of our seats in anticipation of what he might bring us.
Right.
It will be eye popping.
Absolutely.
And, of course, we've got the city veteran, longtime Gigi.
Yeah.
Deborah Render. Gigi's Collections is going to be a part of that as well. We actually have a student from Mount Mary School that will be showcased that night as well. We have a designer that's coming in from Chicago that will be here as well. So we have Saturday is gonna shut it down.
Yeah.
It's just nothing else to really say. And the venue, the pilot project over there on North 9th Street, which is not too far from those studios.
Okay.
Great venue, and anybody that comes that night is going to be really, really pleased and very well feel like their money was spent well.
Absolutely. And then let's talk about maybe that Thursday night, opening night, right? Yeah. It's Thursday. Tell us more about that event, maybe some of the designers that we'll be able to see in that event.
Well, Thursday night is our streetwear night.
Okay.
So that's the cool thing. So it's going to be a streetwear night. We will be at No Studios.
Oh.
There will be a panel of local fashion professionals. So, there'll be someone, talking about photography or maybe styling. I'll be on the panel. Vada will be on the panel as a creative. And a few more individuals. I just can't remember all the names right now.
Okay. Well, we'll make sure we get everybody that information so you know what you have to look forward to. The branding for this is amazing, man.
Yeah,
so,
yes.
I wish y'all would have came to me. But no, I couldn't have done a better job. I've seen some of the branding that is going out, some of the logo information. It's just phenomenal, and I think it matches the idea, or it creates a certain pride, you know what I mean, for anybody, whether you're a designer, whatever your involvement is with the show, or if you just love Milwaukee like I do, and you could just think about the potential that this event now has, and what it could do for our city. So that branding definitely matches that. So I'm glad about that. Now back to the casting call. We have there's a couple of people who I know came to that casting call. Have you guys let people kind of know already who's been selected?
Actually, we have not.
Okay.
So we can't,
We can't talk about that, but you can. You know what I mean? Tell me a little something about maybe how well you think Miss Classy Khalid did. How well did she do? Not speaking from a board perspective, just one of our
from the perspective of someone who was actually evaluating and selecting. She did a phenomenal job.
Yeah, she
came in, and her walk and just the way she carried herself was very classy. Was the way a model should come in and represent. And
I bet
she got high marks.
That's what's up. I bet Miss Sydney Beeson did phenomenal too.
Sydney came in and just did her thing and kind of just casually walked on out like it was nothing. So, it was So they did a great job.
So for events like this, what did y'all expect? You know what I mean? What is it that you're looking for when you do a casting call for such a high class event like this?
Well, first and foremost, we look for confidence. We look for strong walks. We look for personality. And then we look for those that, we know that there's going to be those seasoned veterans that's going to come in there. They're going to knock it out the ballpark. We also look at how they come to the casting call, how you come and present yourself. Did you read? Did you know that we said we're all black? Did you know as a woman to pull your hair back, not a lot of makeup and earrings and things like that? So we look at all of that. Did you wear heels? Did you not wear heels? Those types of things. Guys, was your hair cut? Was you trimmed up? So all those things we look at and that's how we go about making our decisions about, who gets in and who represents.
Now the women are supposed to bring heels, right?
Yes, they're supposed to wear or bring heels.
Okay.
So
and then from that, so this particular casting call was just kind of get all the models who were interested in walking. So that's just the first part of the process. But then you guys have to, and during this part, the designers are there or they're not there during that process?
No, they are not there. So this is the casting to select the models for Fashion Week. And then so what's going to happen next is we will be having a designer call. So then all the designers for Thursday and the designers for Saturday will then come back, and then all of these models that we've selected from yesterday will then have to walk and then be selected for designers.
Yeah, that's kind of how it was when I was doing when I was a promo model. I wasn't doing things like runway fashion or anything like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of companies were looking for brand ambassadors and promotional models to like operate tents. Like it'll be like, say, Summerfest, for example, and let's say State Farm Insurance, for example, they want to be at Summerfest to interact with the guests there and promote whatever sales.
Right.
So what they would do is they would contact a PR company like ours or a promo company, and those people will send out an email. It's basically talent recruiting.
Right.
They try to get everybody to submit who might be interested, but then the final say is it's mostly up to the client, which in this case would be like State Farm, and they'd have to go through the list of everybody that the promo company selected and determine who do they really want representing their brand. So that's kind of like the same thing. Like, right, you're doing the casting call, y'all doing the talent recruiting, and now the designers have to come in and see who do they want walking for them. Now, out of all those models that were selected to even join you guys for the designer call, if you have models that no designers chose as the production director, do you still try to find something, you know what I'm saying, for the models that probably didn't get chose with a specific designer?
Usually we don't. Now we'll offer them opportunities to volunteer during that week. If they wanted to still be a part of it, they could help volunteer with backstage, or it could be an opportunity for them to be out front hosting, or as you said, doing something like that. But we wouldn't necessarily be like, okay, we gotta, that's just the nature of the game.
Yeah, I know when I used to do the promo stuff, if I didn't get selected by a client, they would still ask me if I wanted to be a backup. Meaning like I still had to show up at the same time as if I got the job, just in case something happened. You know what I'm saying? But one of the other models, they couldn't make it, had a car accident, anything like that. Do you guys have anything like that in place?
No. What would happen in that case if a model does not show up? Because naturally, if they weren't selected, then why would they be a backup? So what normally happens is that one of the models that's already selected or maybe walking for someone else, a designer would go to them and say, hey, would you be willing to walk for me and, come and put this on? That's kind of how it is. Okay.
Now, because I'm in the business of intel, right? And I'm have my ear to the ground. I hear some stuff I'm probably not supposed to hear, supposed to know, but I be finding stuff out, right? And typically during a casting call, you can expect that, okay, there's gonna be some men there, there's gonna be some women there, and typically the women are gonna kill it, right? I heard through the grapevine that at this particular casting call, the men were there were more impressive men at this event than maybe previous casting calls from other events this and the other. So how well did the men do at this casting call?
I have to be honest. The entire panel, we were all floored by the number of guys that showed up, but then the actual presence that they brought to the casting call with their auditions, with their walks.
Yeah.
There were quite a few strong men that came in, and if I had to weigh, not take anything from the women, the men edged the women out at this casting call, and that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Because it's always the women carry fashion, the women are the face of fashion. So to have the men come in and have that kind of presence, it was nice, it was refreshing. And it was, we were just kind of like, wow, okay, this is interesting, to see that, know.
Yeah, I bet it was. And like you said, it's not to take anything from women. You kind of, the expectation is there. Like, you're going to have some really great women. You're going to have some that might not perform as well. But for the most part, the expectation is that women are going to bring it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's if men are bringing it too, then I can see where it's like, okay, this is a little bit more impressive. Not because the women didn't, but because the men don't usually bring it to this level or to this caliber. So definitely get that, man. Anything else about Fashion Week that we might want to make sure that we look forward to? Or when do tickets go on sale? We know that yet?
Day one tickets are already, the Eventbrite is already up for the day one, which is September 14th.
Oh, really?
And day 3 is about to go up as well. Yeah. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that Friday, Odessa School of Fashion is hosting their annual fashion show during our Fashion Week. So their tickets should be going up as well. Right. So the Odessa School of Fashion, which they are part of the board too.
Shout out to Jeffrey and Lynn. How y'all doing?
And so they're hosting their annual night in our Fashion Week. So theirs is a part of it. So that will be on Friday, and then the other 2 days are Thursday, Friday.
It's really a full week. You got Milwaukee Fashion Week, which is the official Milwaukee Fashion Weeks are Thursday, and that Saturday with Odessa show right in the middle, which works out perfectly because we know she's been instrumental during the whole process as well, a part of a lot of those committees and conversations. And then you still have the Fashion Fest, which is going to happen on that Sunday. So you really got a full week ultimately to just celebrate and support Milwaukee fashion altogether. And then and hopefully, and I'm pretty sure we'll see this. There's going to be a lot of items and services, whether it's services from stylists, items from designers, that Milwaukee needs to go ahead and make sure that they purchase.
Most definitely.
And rock it one time. Do it with how that song go? Whatever it is, do it for the city one time. Do it for the city. So it's been such a pleasure to have you on the show again, Mr. McAlister. I love working with you, love hearing from you, man. Until next time, y'all help us keep Jeffrey McAlister Jr. in conversation. Follow him on IG, on Facebook, and even get some of his services at FashionSenseGuy.com.